Okay, so today we're gonna make the teapot spout right here. It's important that your spout is thicker at the beginning and thinner at the end like this. It's also important that it's at an incline going up. If your spout was facing down or just straight out, if you tip this over, if there was any water in it, it would just run out. So if you notice, most teapot spouts go up. So I've already made a few, and I think that you should make a couple of these, and you'll see this is bigger on this end and tinier on this end, so that when it's connected, it'll be like this, but maybe you want a shorter one, so maybe you cut this down or cut this down so it's shorter. But I make a couple of these and set them aside. I'll put them in my bag tonight with my teapot egg and connect it tomorrow. So first, I provided you guys with the template. This template, basically we're going to cut this out and then you're going to roll it, the clay, and connect these two like this so that it's wider down here and thinner down here. I like to use the end of handle like this to help blend on the inside and help me with the outside. So first, I'm going to cut the template out. I like to use this. Now I find that this, when I roll a slab of clay for this, that the slab of clay is just too thick. So I'm gonna thin it down a little bit. I don't need the spout to be really thick. So I think that that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna retrace it since it spread it out a little bit. Like that. Recut it like that. Okay, so here it is. I think I'm going to put some water on this tool. Smooth that out. Smooth that out, side out. I think I'm gonna recut the edges at an angle just like you did for your mugs so that they connect a little bit better. There you go. And then I'm gonna score. Okay. And now I'm gonna gently start wrapping this around, just very gently. And I'm gonna get my handle that I like to use and put it inside here, and then start blending the seam. And I like to use a tool to blend better than my fingers. Blend it really well. Make sure the tool doesn't get stuck inside of there. Now I'm gonna go around the whole thing. Okay, so you also need to try to blend the seam on the inside the best you can. Sometimes it rips like that. I just have to get my tool here again and reconnect it. Okay. And perhaps I want to cut this off right here, trim it a little bit like this, and I'm just gonna let it dry out some. So I'm gonna let it sit here in the bag overnight with my teapot. It is pretty wet, and I want to create, so if I attached it right now, it's gonna kind of look like that. But I want to create a little belly in here, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Like that, okay? And that's pretty long. Maybe I'll cut this down when it dries. And then the tip, I will work on it tomorrow after it dries out a little bit. But there you go. So I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna make a few, and already I've made 3 that I'm gonna set aside, bag it up tonight so that it starts drying out a little bit. I'll put all 3 of these in the same bag so they kind of dries at the same pace. I wouldn't put a paper towel over it, just leave it in the bag. And that is your spout right now.